What number are you? You're 645. Show me... No, that's not the right number. God, I need to rename these numbers. Alright, which one are you? I think you're 325. You are 325. You're not 325. Alright, let's rename some of these, shall we? This is main factory mall. This is remove me. This is remove me. This is south wall. South wall A. We're going to get to the bottom of this. This is southeast wall A. This is northeast wall A. And you're also the one that thinks it has 5,000, 6,400 uranium rounds in it. Yeah, it has none uranium rounds in it. Signal seems to not be aligned with actual logistics contents. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what are you trying to read off of? Connected to 645. You're getting an input signal from green from somewhere. It's not reading... you're right. It's not reading actual logistics contents. I'm just trying to figure out what it is reading. Because there shouldn't be anything else generating a signal. 850, the red circuit is also getting a signal of 6,400. If I connect the network on the green wire multiple times, it adds them. I could have sloppy connections there, yeah. This is a weird angle to view everything from. Alright, let's strip all of these wires then. I'll just redo it. Because something's definitely gone haywire in this one. Thank you. I'm trying to solve a mystery right now, so if the walls could just take care of themselves for a bit, I'd be most grateful. Okay. So that's green circuit removed. Put it back in. You are to read logistic network requests. The logistics network... No, undo this. You have nothing in you. You have no requests. You're all requesting uranium rounds. I think I know what happened. That should now be reading 6,400, but if we look at one of these roboports... No, you're also reading logistics network requests. So why do you have no input signals anymore? That just means the station's full. You're fine. That's expected. So this is reading requests. There are 6,400 requests in this network. We're outputting negative 6,400 to the station, and then the station's saying if anything is less than 0, summon a train. I expect that. The 6,400 is coming from these chests. The problem was that these inserters were reading off that same network. They need to not be doing that. These inserters need to be reading off of... Yeah, you need to be reading off of Northeast A. And if uranium rounds are less than 1,000, then you run. And then the rest of these need to be... Yeah, I think I've got this figured out. How do I have the circuits on the rest of these inserters? Greater than 0. Okay. Oh wait, greater than 0, but on what wire? On green? Yeah, greater than 0 on green. Okay. No, it's further than that. It's further than that. It's here. This place is huge. Alright. Okay. But then we just don't connect the last two inserters. These do their own thing. They don't care what's on the green wire. They only care about this fixed rate. So we need to go back to every other station and do that too. These do not talk to green. They only look at what is in their respective logistics network. So what is this going to do when a train shows up? If I understand this correctly, and I love the fact that I've built a system that I don't even know if I understand it correctly, but if I understand this correctly, defense train shows up, defense train has uranium rounds. Defense train is set to leave after 5 seconds of inactivity. The inserters for the uranium rounds are going to pull uranium rounds until there are 1,000 uranium rounds in the logistics network. Which means that the train won't leave until they have taken as many uranium rounds as the train has in it. But then, because passive provider chests, I think, and this is the one you want to double check now. Hold on, I have to queue more research. Sure, take me to steel 9. Take me to physical damage 12. Take me to worker robot speed 10. So these are reading off of logistics network. These are just reading raw requests. The robo port is reading whether these are satisfied, but as long as there's uranium rounds sitting around in these passive provider chests, any logistics drones should just pull from the passive providers and put them into the requesters without actually triggering a train to show up. So the only time a train shows up should be when we dip underneath 1,000 uranium rounds here. No, that's still going to be a race condition. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. It's fine. It's close enough. It works close enough. I think if I wanted to get really fancy with it, I need like a memory cell or something. I don't want to get that fancy with it. so I'm not gonna get that fancy with it. You guys don't talk to any other part of the network. You... I did already. You... I did already. Which should mean that I'm now on you. Which I've not done correctly already. Also, none of these are hooked up to the network. Okay. And then you don't talk to that. You, here. Uranium rounds, less than 1,000. Copy, paste. And then I want to finish renaming the rest of these. So this is Eastern Wall A. You wish you had a competent commander right now? It's not like I could do anything about that. I don't necessarily think that I'm a very competent commander either, but let's see. This is East Wall B. Eastern Wall B. Who are you currently playing with, Haroon? I could maybe be persuaded to log on for content. I don't really want to, but like I could. But I don't want to, but like I could. This is Northwest Wall A. This is West Wall A. This is South Wall B. This is the West Wall A. Southwest Wall A. I don't have one yet. And then this is West Wall C. Okay, so at least now I know what all of these logistics networks are. You're unloading uranium rounds. That's great news. You're almost done with your construction. I do need to make you a quick cliff explosive. I'll come over and do that now. Cathedral of Blood. I'd probably attempt to piece together who you're playing with. Let me get to the cliff explosives first. And then I'll do a bit of, oh my god, this is the world's tiniest stone patch. That's gonna be so annoying to mine. But I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna not mine it. Moogly and Rawls are Astro pushing you at the same time and repping 50? Good lord. At 1 a.m. Eastern? That's some late night shit. Oh, it's Mag. Okay, that makes sense. So Mag is active all hours of the day. I was losing it on Reddit earlier, man. Which I know is kind of like, you know, an oxymoron. But it was the monthly time for one of those posts. It's like, restructuring is working great, and it's a screenshot of EBG where one team controls all 3 keeps. Because, like, that never happened until restructuring got introduced. It's definitely not the case that you would log on to Maguma at, like, 11 a.m. Oh, fuck. 11 a.m. on, like, a weekday. And your team just wouldn't control anything. Like, it's a very new restructuring-only phenomenon. And I'm not saying that restructuring is, like, without its issues, but it's just a little disingenuous to pretend that, like, off-hours capping only started happening last June. Shit has been happening since, like, 2014, man. Tell me that you played on fucking, I don't know, Devona's Rest and, like, never had to experience a server with coverage. Work is happening here. Except you're missing power there. So give me that, and then give me 2 of these. I started playing World vs. World in January. You've heard the horror stories. The horror stories are the best part. Like, that was when I first started playing World vs. World in like 2018, 2019, like 2017 maybe, whenever it was. That was one of the things that I thought was really neat about the game mode, is that all these different groups that you play with all have like their oral traditions that they're passing down from like commander to commander. Like, oh, do you remember like in back in 2016 when like we were fighting so and so and like this happened, that was crazy. And it's like, it's a bunch of guys talking about stuff that happened 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more years ago, and it still had like such an impression on them that it's like, you know, it mattered and it continues to matter. And I was like, man, that's really cool to have that kind of community tradition almost in like an MMO. He's so fast at doing this now. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know exactly how to start this process up. We gotta tear you down. This should be a nice fast one. It's a fairly short wall. Yoink. Okay. Can I please have this blueprint? Thank you. Sidle you up here. Don't need any of that either. And then all these roboports should automatically connect to themselves again. I need to bring the hazard concrete manufacturing station up here, though. You can sit right here, and if I haven't, buffer chest request is gone. Good. That's the only thing that I don't need in there right now. Although I bet you're going to need landfill. Yeah, you do need 4 landfill. They call them horror stories, but it's all like, they're all horror stories. Alright, more stone, please. More stone. You guys got any stone over here? Just curious. I'm just looking. Owned, 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 owned. Stone. Lots of stone. You'd think by this point I would have just put landfill in the mall, but I haven't. Because I just love handcrafting so much. There you go. Alright, that wall is actually done. The station hasn't turned off yet, because you probably have... Yeah, you've got a couple more logistics requests, and you have a ton of ammo requests. But that wall is actually constructed in record time. Where's your train station? It's all the way down here. I remember this one. This whole wall is actually governed by this single train station. grab this. Turn off this. That one's set. And then change this. Alright, once you know what you're doing, it's actually very fast. But until you know what you're doing, it's a struggle. Wow, I hate the way this wall ends. We really can't do better than that? Not really. Alright, fine. We're gonna have artillery soon anyway, and artillery is gonna push the borders back on this whole base. So, like, we really shouldn't get too attached to these walls at all. In fact, am I making artillery in the base right now? Because if I'm not, I really should be. Yes, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have tons of artillery ready. I may even... Am I shipping sulfur in? No, you just converted it to logistics bots. Yeah, I'm gonna make a dedicated ammo shell factory. Also, I was thinking, Vision, I would really like to do an artillery train, but I don't think that you can set up a station condition to summon an artillery train when there's a biter's nest in range for the artillery station, for the artillery train to shoot. Is there something that I'm forgetting about the way that you can signal artillery stations, or is that just a limitation? Because, like, with fixed emplacement artillery, if they see a biter's nest, they shoot. And if they don't see a biter's nest, they don't. But I don't think you can do that with an artillery train. Unless I'm forgetting something. You specifically have to summon them to a location to get them to shoot. And, like, I could do that. But, at the same time, I feel like I'd rather have a way to automate it. I could have it run on a clock, yeah, but then it still wouldn't know if a biter's nest exists or not. I would just have to set it up for, like, you can probably run now because I would have expected a biter's nest to spawn by now. But I want them to just get shot immediately when they spawn. So the long story short is, at least for these walls, I think I may do fixed place artillery. And then if we need to do, like, big land reclamation, like strike out to this uranium ore, I may build a turret emplacement on that uranium ore. Also, we're down to 563. Am I worried about it running around too much? No, like, I've got the fuel production for it. Especially because one of these days we are going to switch over to nuclear train fuel instead of running them on rocket fuel. But I'm just like... For a game about automation, it's weird that it's something you can't automate. Or rather, something that doesn't happen automatically. Like, artillery emplacement does that, and you're like, okay, that's... Yeah, I would expect it to work that way. It finds a target, it shoots it. I need medium power poles to get dropped off. Supply train, if you don't mind. Supply train? What you working on right now, supply train? You shouldn't need to drop off much else here. Yeah, you just need a couple logistics spots. You are loading uranium rounds. Okay. What exactly do I want to automate that the train stops when it sees a base? I would like to automate it such that if a base could be hit from the station, that the station summons a train to itself. So that rather than having it run in a circle like it's patrolling, where it just stops at every station in sequence, it goes direct to a station that requires current biter extermination. That's what I think is not possible currently. I just think that for this specific use case of keeping biters away from my walls, sure, that fixed turrets and placements are just going to work better. Rock in the way? I'll show you. Give you a rock. Alright, that came together great. I love that. Don't know how to do that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just different use cases. Like, I think the train is really good when you need to clear a lot of territory, because you can kind of, like, carve yourself a corridor, and then you can build a train station at the end of the corridor, and it summons the artillery train, and the artillery train hits everything in, like, a 345-degree radius. Except for, you know, the place that you cleared. Where fixed emplacement artillery is really only ever going to shoot like 180 degrees. The 180 degrees in front of the wall. So I think it's just the more useful... Where is the train these days? Train? Did I miss you dropping off? How did you not fill all the... Oh my god, we're using more uranium ammo than we consume? There's no way that can be right. No, that's right. Also, what is this ugly ass... What did you do here? Why are these so spread out? These are... Why are these, like, comically spread out? I don't remember why I built those that way. But there is no shot that that is the most compact uranium ammo factory that I could build. I might have to go and refactor that later. Now that I've noticed it, it kind of bothers me. Alright, where are you going? What station needs your help? This one. Why? That would be why. Is that a problem at all of the other roboports you've installed? No. That needs to get turned off, though. You're good. You're good. I don't know how that one specific roboport managed to break itself, but... Yes, my blade. Wait, why are you disconnected? Oh, because you haven't built the medium power poles. Never mind. Expected. Expected issue. You? Good. Good. I have no idea how this one station got screwed up with the way that it's requesting construction in the logistics bots. But at least it's fixed now. Did it turn itself off? Yes. You're obviously waiting on a ton of stuff. You're waiting on a little bit of concrete and a ton of ammo still. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. Oh my god, I love seeing... You're done. You shouldn't be done. We haven't gotten to you yet. You need a little help still. Such a difference between a commander using text and comms. That's what I've been saying, man. The only person who I know who can effectively pull off commanding without comms is penguins. And that's it. But anytime I see somebody on like Reddit or the forums who's like, I'm so tired of elitist squads using voice comms, etc., etc., it's like, I don't respectfully think that you've been in like any squads that are good if you think that the function of voice comms is just like to be elitist. It's literally that I can talk faster than I can type, and I don't talk that fast. It's just a like an orders of magnitude more effective way of communicating quickly and getting people on the same page. Okay, good, good. I could priority the stations, but the only time that it really matters that they're competing for resources like this is when the stations are spinning up for the first time. So I'm fine, like, babysitting them a little bit. Also, yeah, that's true. Like, how are you supposed to AFK and, like, watch YouTube videos when your commander's PPTing if you have to, like, read chat all the time? You can just zone out until your commander's, like, Group Inc., and then you can tab back into Guild Wars 2, complain at your Firebrand for not giving you stability, die, go back to spawn, be like, sorry, I got stunned on engage because my supports are lazy, and then finish the rest of your video. Asterisk, do not do this when you are the support player in your party, but when you're like the damage player in your party, man, it's sick. It feels really good. I'm joking. I'm always very nice to my supports. I don't think you can get through that. Oh, you could. All right, there. Now you can't. And then I guess just grab this here. Here. And like here. Commander literally complained they got pulled 8 times. They're on Firebrand. Okay, but that's different because they're the commander and you're fighting Maguma. They, like, probably did get pulled 8 times, but they also probably used all of their stability. And they're just getting sniped by, like, 4 or 5 people at the same time. Because that's how Maguma has fun. Also, you aren't in squads. That also, like, won't do you any favors, yeah. That's true. That's pretty true. Fuck you, man. Guy can't even go and, like, refill my uranium ammo because there's none left. The train took it all. Let's keep this a little bit. Wait, we do only have 2 walls to go. I just need to babysit this one forever until it summons a train. Because apparently this wall is really, really popular. Let's see how you like it. Oh, are you having fun? Are you having a good time? You like it when somebody just comes in and fucks your shit up? Yeah, bad not. Straight up not having a good time right now, I bet. Ow. Ah, I'm just kidding. Now what are you gonna do, idiot? Okay, those behemoth worms actually have like a shitload of health. They are not dying. Holy cow. Let's get you guys out of the way. I don't even need the uranium ammo, man. I'm good enough without it. Hope you've learned your lesson. You want a taste? You want a slice? You want a slice? "19 entities are being damaged?" That's the new wall, man. Wait a minute. No, it's not. What is this? You're supposed to be gun turrets. What the hell happened here? I have no idea how that got built. So that's not any blueprint that I've been using. And that's like the second wall that I worked on. That's very confusing. Also, that was a big wave. The fact that these walls hold up that well against, quite frankly, a large amount of pollution is, I would say, a pretty good sign. I'm feeling mostly positive about this. Where's my defense train at? What you up to these days? I'm just gonna keep watching you until I know that you work. In fact, I bet what you're doing is you're still dropping uranium ammo off up here. Yeah, it still wants 2,500. Which seems like a crazy number. But, I don't know. Maybe it's not. I'll just let you keep working on it. You just keep trucking. You know what? I'll help build the wall. I'll do it. I'll go back to base. I'll grab medium power poles. And I'll build the wall. Just like we did in the before times. In the olden days. I have minor stress about that uranium mine, but we're really close to claiming new territory, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Which one is the holdup now? Purple's the holdup now. That's mostly expected, I would say. Alright, give me medium powerful. And off we go. I gotta fix that later. I hate that. No! Uranium ammo is full up again. Should grab a little extra from my gun. There we go. Also, I did that. One less thing on the to-do list. Are you holding? You're holding, and you're holding without gun turrets, so that's a positive sign again. Fulgora has run out of space again. I don't think that I can put this method of just farming space off any longer, I am going to need to start milling iron plate. Let's start with this much. You're going to request iron plate. And then you're just going to void it forever. But these are only ever going to run if iron plate is greater than, let's say 6,000. Nah, 4,000 is fine. Alright, so you void forever. We're also going to need to void copper cable. You. Here. Copper cable greater than 200 times 40. We're also going to need to void electronic circuit. And we're also going to need to void plastic and uh-oh. Why do I have 12,000 accumulators? Hold on, hold on, hold on. What's happened here? Yeah, you guys can't be running full time. I found out what happened. If we have less than 50 times 40, it's okay. It'll get used up in EM science. We'll make Gatorade out of it. But... yeah, I kind of forgot that these were producing unrestricted. Do I need to worry about that with semiconductors too then? No, semiconductors you thought of. You literally just forgot to do it for accumulators. Alright, so you need to avoid plastic as well. Plastic. Plastic. But this shouldn't be 8K. This is back to 100 times 40. And then also steel. And then after that, I think you're good. We can let holmium pile up. That's fine. I don't really want to avoid holmium. Because holmium is like the rare thing. Steel. Steel. Alright, there we go. That should take care of any Fulgora issues. For a while. You just forget about it for a bit. Alright, at least turn the power on to these laser turrets. Because then I don't need to baby this wall so much. There we go. You are still hungry for uranium ammo. But you're so close to being done. And then this wall is probably going to request like 12,000 of it. Only 3,600. That's not that bad. Oh, because some of the walls are diagonal. I can double up on the uranium requests, I bet. Useful. Very useful. It's going to be a shame when we pollute the fuck out of this place with the bigger mines. It's really like a quaint little forested area. There's really a lot of electrical grid standardization that needs to go on over here, too. I only have 3 on me. I'm not going to do that right now. I can't be bothered to do all that. What I can do is go turn this station on. That's a little annoying, because it's mostly out of the range of gun turrets, but this is why we stock them with repair packs. So back these up. Copy and paste these over. Copy this over. You don't read robot stats. You do. You aren't requesting buffer chests. Good. And then you change to each. So you are now turned on. Then we just want to grab our concrete plant. We also need to give you a concrete plant. And here's yours as well. And then after this, we just have 1 wall to go. That's just Fulgoro's logistics space emptying. It'll be okay. Good. Fence train? Where are you at? I'm just curious. Is that you? That is you. You are coming from... Oh my god, finally. Northeast corner is finally done. So your next stop should be somewhere exciting. Good. You know, I guess just for even more throughput, we can have this be 3,200. Because I think that's actually how much it can hold. 100 times 16 times 2? Yeah. Get you topped up on whatever it is that you need. Stone brick is kind of slow to load, isn't it? Stone brick doesn't load right now, does it? It doesn't. You need to set up another filtered inserter for that. Like, this inserter is kind of going to town. He knows what's up. It'll be okay. This is all random crap that we use for actually building the walls, so the throughput doesn't really matter that much. It's okay for it to be a little unoptimized. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to do its job. And it mostly does its job. So you unload, all the drones get really excited. Because they can finally build all this crap up here. How many uranium rounds are you requesting, good sir? 4,800? It'll take you a little bit, but you'll get it done. Let's set up blueprints for the last couple walls then. Because then we can truly say that this whole system will just sit here and work passively while we're not around. You're going to need a bunch of landfill for that. Ain't that the truth? Okay, I was gonna use that, but it's fine. I'll just come steal it from your storage chest after you drop it off. Thank you so much, you're too kind. More rocks, please, more rocks. Rock. Big rock. Big rocks. Should do me for a bit. I gotta set up a landfill factory when I get back to the main mall. We're already shipping stone there for rails. I know it's going to exist. We can't just be out here scavenging rocks forever. It's not sustainable. Man wasn't meant to live like this. Deeply unnatural behaviors. Okay, good? Good. Next, you. And this is... well, it's not that long. Yoink. Except you. I don't need that. It's gonna be a ton of landfill. Can you afford to slide it up by 2? Oh, yeah, easy. Super easy. And it ends perfectly as well. I just want to make sure the power is connected here, and then I'll let the network take care of the rest. Love it. Oh, you're out of logistics coverage. I can fix that, like so. I think that even reaches. Also, apparently we had a roboport somewhere. Excellent. Okay. So that's taken care of. This, slowly getting built. Slowly but surely. Clean up the rest of this garbage that's left along this wall. Get everything plugged in. Get everything turned on. Get landfill. Get more landfill. This is why we turn the wall on. Alright, you're good. I can leave you to do your thing now for a bit. This mine continues to be productive. Very good. Our science per minute dropped for some reason, and it still hasn't recovered. It's gonna be a red chip issue. I can almost guarantee it. Advanced processing unit, right? They're not actually called red chips. Yeah, we're only making 720 a minute and we're consuming all of them. So that's the new bottleneck, and that's going to be the bottleneck for a very long time until we upgrade our actual circuit factory. Which is unfortunate. What does a corner look like anyway? Surely I've made a corner somewhere. Yeah, here it is. It looks like that. And connecting like that is actually fine. So you can go here. You can go here. No. No, that's not where you go. You go here. There you go. And then you go here. But this doesn't exist, and then this doesn't exist. So this is going to be a weird little stub wall at the end. With brick. There you go. Then starting here, we can take all this down. I need you guys to be quiet. I'm so tired of hearing fucking biter worms yelling in the distance anytime I come over here. I don't need the wall. I'm not a coward. Okay, wait. That might be bad. It is bad? I gotta go. What happened? I left that wall powered. So what's the issue? Did they destroy the power line? You didn't leave this wall powered. Why did you think you left this wall powered? It's not on. Where is it supposed to be on from? What in the world got turned off here? You're off. You're off. Oh my god, it was here? I hate this power grid. I hate this power grid so much. Fucking load-bearing power pole a million miles away, man. Oh. There you go. Now you're on. I made it and I hate it. Like here. Sure. Beauty. Now, back to my dark work. Making these biters. Just come back here and charge, or you're going to get spit. Yeah, like exactly like that. Just join up. Come inside. Turn off Roboport, which is probably what you should have done from the start. Then finish your job over here. Oh, you're out of ammo. That was fast. We're fine. We have personal laser defense. I just can't kill the rest of those worms. I mean, I could. It would take forever. So you guys just come back. Oh, never mind. I have piercing rounds. It's not as good as uranium, but I think it'll be good enough. Maybe. Not even close. Health didn't move at all. Fine, use the lasers. Let's get the personal laser defense going. It's not like you're gonna do anything else with piercing rounds anyway. No, I needed those. Can't believe you would kill my drones like this. Wait, why doesn't that have power? That should have power. Also, this is a problem. Is it a problem of my own making? Yes, absolutely. There's no question that it is. I don't know. That's it. I don't have any other thoughts beyond that. It's a problem of my own making. Yeah, I'm on the way. Just chill out. You don't have power because you never had power in the first place. Because these need to connect like that. Are we at least building this wall? Yeah, slowly. I really wanted to be done with this wall before I was done tonight. But I think I might have to settle for having the wall powered and at least able to defend itself by the time I'm done tonight. Which is not a threshold that this wall currently meets. And you're all off because you don't have power. Because we never finished hooking up the medium power poles. So that at least turns them back on. We also want to turn that station on, so that station is on now. The rest should take care of itself. As soon as one train shows up to this stop, which has not yet been updated to the new stop form. Just copy and paste it from another station. Copy and paste this from another station. You don't read robot statistics. You do. And then you now are enabled if anything is less than 0. Good? Good. It's on. We have 4 stations that are still actively requesting the defense train. Not bad. Not bad at all. Maybe I can finally make time to finish this list. A few more ranks of laser damage will not go amiss at some point. But the productivity researches are just so good. Holy fuck. It's a lot of ones. I mean, at least it doesn't look like they spawn anything. But, like, it's all giant worms. Actually, it does have spawners in there. Alright, I'm pulling off. That's too hot for me. That's too much. On the bright side, this appears to be the new closest station to the main base, because it's now summoning the defense train. So this should get built up fairly quickly. That still needs a lot of work. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're okay. I still need to rework this power grid down here because it's an absolute mess, but the entire right side of the base is beautiful. The left side of the base is fucked. Like, it literally, I've done everything nice and tidy on the right side. We're like, ooh, power lines along rails. Wow. So nice. So organized. Look at this beautiful, nicely constructed, formatted wall with, like, decorative concrete and everything. Wow. So fancy. Although these, I could get rid of. And then you come over here. What the fuck is this shit? What's this garbage? The hell's going on up here? It's awful. So, as far as our to-do list tasks go, standardized electrical network, still definitely necessary. Wall maintenance and upgrades is really, really close to being done, but we're not quite there. Artillery addition and circuits are the 2 last big projects that we need to undertake, but as soon as those are done, we will be able to hop on the Gleba ship, and we will be able to go to Gleba. So, that'll be fun at least. That's something to look forward to. But it's 2 a.m., so I'm going to go to bed. If you want to catch Factorio, I don't really know the next time I'm going to be streaming. I think we're going to be doing Guild Wars 2 on Friday. Real life is still complicated until about next Tuesday, next Wednesday, though. So the best way to know how to catch a live stream in the future is going to be to join the Discord, sign up yourself up for stream pings so that you know what's going on. There's a VODs channel if you want to check out what's been going on the channel in the past. And then I also have a YouTube channel if you're looking for edited, curated World versus World videos, guides, podcasts, etc. I will catch you guys around on Friday. And until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.